Here are the steps again for y'all in the back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Beauty by Design. Today's video is gonna be about brows. Now, it's not gonna be what you usually see people go over on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, whatever. It's gonna be more low-key, natural brow. This is for all my mom on the goes, for if you're running out of time, or if you're just having some issues with sparse brows, and just to have that natural look, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna show you two different ways to go about getting the natural brow look. One is gonna be using a brow liner or brow pencil, okay? Another one is gonna use brow palette. Now this brow palette is actually powder. There's some that come in cream or pomade. I find that the pomade or gel brow liners tend to be a little bit more intense. So if you are having like a glam event or a date night, or you just want to feel like va va voom, I will definitely go towards that. Although you can still get the same effect using these products as well. But today, like I said, we're gonna go over just a simple, like low-key, natural looking brow, okay? I'm gonna bring in my my mirror, so if you see something in the corner, my bad. Today I'm gonna use this brow pencil. Okay, I got this at the dollar store, y'all, okay? If you've seen my videos, I recently did a video about a Dollar Tree haul. This is this one. I have been using this. I actually pretty much like it. I do. It just makes it easy. And then I also have, this is the eyebrow brush, okay, from Pharmacy. So it has a spoolie on one end, and then it has this tapered brush on the other end. This is what I use to clean up the brows. And then this is what I'm gonna be using for the powder. This one also is a double-sided. This is from Unique. It's the brow, whatchamacallit, what's it called? What is this? So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna kind of brush them into place, into the shape that you want them. So what I like doing is I like to brush them in an upward stroke, like nice and like this. Oh, my hair's in the way. So yeah, up like this, and then once I get to like the apex right here, I'm just gonna bring it down, and then just like that. You see how I did that? And the same thing with this one. Now this brow, it has a little dip right here, so I'm also gonna teach you how to correct that. All right, so I'm gonna use, let's see, which brow do I want to do the pencil? Okay, I'll do this with the pencil. So my right eye, what you see is probably the left, I think. My right eye, I'm gonna do the pencil, and then with my left eye, I'll use the powder, okay? So what I like to do is I like to follow the strokes of the natural hair, okay? So very lightly, here's the trick though. You have to be very, very light when using a pencil, okay? And you're not gonna be, no. So the placement of your hands or your fingers is very, very crucial. If you place your hands or your fingers in the front, that's gonna actually cause more pressure, okay? So the further away you are from the tip of the pencil, the more fluid it is and the more light it is, okay? So that's a little tip. I like to go like about right here, and then I just start from where the hairs grow, and I just flick it up very, very, very lightly. Okay, I barely do anything in the front here. All right, and then as I'm going towards this part of the brow, I literally just fill in the places that look sparse, following the direction of the hair. You don't want to muddle all of the thing you just finished doing with the pencil, right? And then what I also like to do is go and line the bottom. Whatever I missed, And when you're lining the bottom, I personally like to line, go a little bit above where the hair starts. So that way I won't make it too thick. Does that make sense? And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in right here. Got a little hole there. And then just meet it in the middle. So I'm not, whenever I do the top line, I do not line the outside. So I line again just a little bit below the natural hairline. And then when it comes to the end right here, I join it in the middle. So this is a top, this is a bottom, and this in the middle, in between. That's where I join, that's where I make the line. That way you don't have a stump at the end of your lash right there. Okay, and just, if you want it darker, go ahead and keep on doing that. Whatever you were doing, you know, filling it in, whatever you're doing. We're filling it in, Amanda, we're filling it in. Keep doing, filling it in, following the hair. And then if you want it lighter, use a spoolie and just brush it out. Okay? Now what we're gonna do, if you wanna leave it like that, you can. Thick eyebrows are in, they're gorgeous. I love that natural beauty and allowing your natural features to shine is in right now. I'm all for that. But if you have some unrulies, or you're in between, waxing or getting your brows done, then you can always use concealer. Get the brush side, angle brush, a thin angle brush is fine, or a cream brush for your eyes, and just line the bottom. And you're gonna go around, line the bottom, and this just cleans it up. Another tip when you're doing the brows is the front of this part right here. That's supposed to be lighter than the rest, okay? So it's supposed to like taper, the color's supposed to not taper off, but get darker, okay? So barely anything here. As you saw, I just did like 1 or 2, 3 strokes right here. And then the rest of it is supposed to be darker, because that's just how it naturally works out. It grows out like that. So now you're just gonna blend it. Now I typically do this before I put on my eyeshadow, before I put on my eye primer, because I could always blend it all together, the eye primer and the concealer. See, so for this, since this is a little lighter, what I would typically do is go in after that when I'm doing my eyebrows and just buff that all out and do my eyes, and it'll all just be fine. Okay, so you could always go back in if there's any places that you missed. This is just to clean it up a bit. And then you could also, you can clean the top. Some people do, some people don't. I'm personally not a big fan unless you know how to blend that mug out. Because the last thing you want in your pictures is to look like this. Like that. Okay, that's not cute. It's just blend it out. Blend it out. And it's as simple as taking your finger and just dabbing it out. You could also go over it with some foundation if you want, but that's just extra stuff. This is just optional, okay? Because I know I said that this is gonna be a quick, 1, 2, 3 brow, a natural brow rather. So this is completely optional. If you have the time to do this, by all means, do it, because it makes your brows look fire, okay? If not, that's fine. If you're not wearing any makeup and you just want to go out the house, but your brows are like looking sad, fill it in and bam, that's it. You're good to go, okay? Get some mascara on if you want, bam, boom, bam, bing, you're done, all right? So that's that brow, that's with a pencil. Let's go ahead and try doing it with the powder. I typically like to start off with a lighter shade, and then I just dab them, dab the brush in both and then go for the next. So let's go ahead, and this is the tiniest dab, and I'm using a very, very thin angle brush, a very, very thin brow brush. Okay, I'm just gonna dab it really lightly, and tap it off, tap off the excess. And the same thing I did with this one, I'm gonna do with this one. So I'm gonna start here. Ooh, my hair. Hold up. Boop. That didn't work. Okay. I go ahead and then start just like that. I'm gonna dip again. And I'm barely touching. I'm not tapping it in hard, okay? I'm just filling it in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in that little dip right there. Bringing this out a little bit. So this brow is completely different than the other one. It is. It is. And that's okay though. That's okay. We gonna make it work, shall we? We gonna make it work. All right, so here we go. We're gonna brush it out. Bring it down. So as you can clearly see the difference, and this is why I wanted to do the pencil versus the powder. So you can see the difference on what it looks like, okay? So the pencil, you could see the individual strokes better than you can the powder, okay? So, and the powder looks more unison. It's not as natural looking. If it's a 1, 2, 3, let's just go real quick, bam, 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 let's go to Aldi, let's go to Kroger, whatever. I use the pencil. But if it's a more like, I don't know, event where they're gonna take pictures and blah, 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 dinner, then I usually use the powder. So it just looks a little bit more put together, in my opinion, like more dressy uppy. I also use the powder for glam looks as well. I think powder is a lot more forgiving than pomade, in my opinion, or than brow gel. In my opinion. Okay, I'm barely putting anything down on this side, and that's okay. So the rule of thumb is you want to take a pencil or a brush, whatever, and you go from the end right here and straight up, okay? That's where your brow should start. It should not start over here. It should not start over here, okay? Right here. So make sure that when you get your eyebrows waxed or plucked, have them, it's usually where right here, this is, right? What, I forgot what that's called, y'all. So this right here, the inner corner of your eye, a straight line up, okay? And then what you do is you go where the center of your eyeball is. You're gonna keep your pencil the same place right here. That's where the apex is, all right? That's where that big should be. And then the end of your eye, okay? So that's where it should end. I've seen people, their brows ending over here. I've seen it ending up here. The correct way, there really is no correct way because this is all art, right? Makeup is art. But the correct way is the end of the outer corner of your eye up diagonal, okay? So again, I'll go on this side. This is the beginning, middle, and then ends. Did I do it right? Yes, I got it. I got it right. So that is that. I personally, I like both. I love this one because it looks more natural. And honestly, it's a lot easier. It's 1, 2, 3 really quick. Again, you don't have to correct it with the with concealer if you don't want to. You really don't. So it's really your preference. Whatever tool you're gonna be using to apply color on your brows, you're gonna start here, okay? You're gonna start where the hair naturally grows with the lightest touch possible. Remember, hold the pencil at the end. The more you put it right here, the darker it's gonna be. It's a natural thing. Just trust me on it. You can even try it on your hand. You will tell the difference, okay? With the lightest stroke possible, you're gonna start filling in the front. And then once you get to this part, you can use a heavier stroke and just fill in the areas that are sparse, okay? following the same direction. Now, when you get to this part, you're not going to want to line right above or right below the hairline. You're going to want to meet in the middle. That way you won't have a big bulky like stop right here. All right, that way it could naturally look like a nice point, come to a nice point. Okay, and that's it. That's it. Brush out. If it's too dark, you use a spoolie to brush it out. If it's too light, you continue to apply. And if you mess up, or if you want to make your eyebrows match the same, you know, a similar, to look more like sisters rather than cousins. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. You are more than welcome to correct it with some concealer. All right, so that's pretty much it, y'all. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to comment below. Definitely comment some suggestions of videos that you would like to see me do. If there's any more tutorials you'd like to see me do, please comment, direct message me. I'm here for y'all, okay? Let me help you. I love it. So thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And go to my website. It's www.beautybydesign.com. It's beauty with an I. And there you will see all of my social media content. I have blog posts on there as well. And that's also another form of a way that you can contact me, okay? So beautybydesign.com. And yeah, that's it. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. The brow, whatchamacallit, what's it called? What is this? Ugh, it's a, Dios mío, brush. My Lord Jesus.